Hi, Inclusionista Tourista here. So it's the end of our first day in Canada, New Brunswick, Fredericton to be specific, and it's been a really great day. I'm absolutely knackered, but I've had three really helpful meetings today. First one with Gordon Porter, who, God, I think it's fair to say that he's the man that has driven inclusive education. Well, I suppose he's made inclusive education a reality in terms of the political and legal context in New Brunswick, and he's an amazing man. It was a great conversation. I was so inspired by what he said, and yeah, inclusive education is happening here. It's not a fantasy or a fiction. It is happening. Not only did they change the law so that inclusion would happen, but they crucially also changed the law to outlaw segregated schools and segregated education. That is absolutely fantastic. It's something for me to take back home to the UK. Then I met with some parents who, do you know what really amazed me by the parents that I met? That not only were they great, of course they were great, but what they talked about is that parents in New Brunswick expect their children to be included in mainstream schools. They're confident that if their child goes to their local school, that the school will respond positively and will welcome that child. I think, but listen, the thing is, what they were realistic, as was Gordon. It's not perfect. There's still a lot more to do, but those two messages about what's happening here are absolutely fantastic. And I just, I am probably, and it's my Irish heritage probably that makes me a bit pessimistic about things, but what I heard today and the people that I met really, I think, convinced me, at least today, that politically and legally and policy-wise, inclusive education is happening and it's real. And I asked the point today of a couple of people whether or not New Brunswick, whether or not they felt inclusive education had reached a tipping point, i.e. that there was no way back. And I think everybody thought that they had. That's fantastic. I mean, that's significant. And yeah, there's still more to do. It's not perfect. I'm going to keep saying that, because I don't want you to think that I'm being naive or that I'm living in some sort of fantasy world, because there is more that needs doing in terms of schools and capacity building, etc. But they have all of the elements there to improve it along the way, and they are constantly aware that they need to be talking about the importance of it, not only for disabled children and young people, but for all of the other children, but parents and society generally. And that's, oh God, that's fantastic. And I feel relieved really to have got here and seen, well, heard it, and the commitment and the belief in inclusive education for myself. I need to say at this point a huge thank you both to Gordon, but also to everyone at the New Brunswick Association for Community Living, who have created a fun-packed, a very hectic schedule over the next few days, I think, to really make my time here in New Brunswick the best that it can be. So we're into the first day. Like I've said, I'm absolutely knackered. Going to my first school in the morning. I'm really looking forward to that. And I'll let you know how that goes. So, see you later.